It's time for the Fan Connection presented by AT&T. Every week, we invite you, the listener, to connect with us by submitting your questions. The best way to grow the game of soccer in the U.S. is to keep asking questions and keep talking about this sport we all love. At AT&T, connecting changes everything. And on USMNT, our connections with you will help grow the game. Yeah, AT&T Fan Connection time, as you know it. Also, Jordan's favorite time of the week because she gets airtime. Jordan, welcome in.
JR.
What's
Hey,
happening?
everyone.
JR connecting changes everything.
Yep,
A lot
that's
of
what I
hats.
heard.
Tell us.
A lot of new hats.
A lot of new hats, Jordan.
Mm.
What you got going on?
We've got a Galaxy hat right there.
That is cool. Where'd you get that, by the way?
I got it for my birthday.
It's
So
amazing.
cool.
Happy birthday. Do we wish you
Happy birthday, by the way, Jordan.
No,
we
we
missed
did
your
that
birthday.
on our text chat. Happy birthday.
Yes.
Kept that
Mhm.
very quiet from us.
Very
You know, a lady
Birthdays are-
never reveals her age, so
You don't have to, but you can still say it's your birthday.
Say it's your birthday.
Right?
yeah, it
Um,
was.
Not that big
All
of
the
a deal.
Houston swag is coming. Don't worry. It's in the box in the mail.
It's okay. The weather's been bad, so I'm sure it's just delayed. Yeah.
Don't
That's
give you that.
All right, what do you got for us?
Let's do a couple of quick hits first.
Okay.
We've got all of our questions this week came from Instagram. So our
Love it.
first question is from Katarina, who wants to know what you think San Diego FC are going to do this season. Do we need a designated player, and are either of you available?
No, to the last one. To the second one, I think this is what I would say. Without a not high profile, without a top quality DP, I think this team probably finishes just outside the playoffs. I think with a quality DP, very good chance San Diego FC makes the playoffs.
Like if they got a Kevin De Bruyne, they can make the playoffs.
Kevin De Bruyne could work, yes.
I'm absolutely not available. If it's pickleball, I'm in, but if it's soccer, completely out. Yeah, I tend to think again without a ton of knowledge with the team, just looking at the roster additions, they can compete for a bottom end playoff spot. But I would say that would be success because they'll get a ton of momentum from being a first year team in that city with the fans behind them. Look, do you need a DP? What no one tells you in this league, and Landon and I will tell you, like everybody needs a DP. Good DPs are really hard to find. Like and I can tell you this from experience. Teams from mid-level European leagues will basically they know you're an MLS club and you'll overpay, so they hike the fee up for a mid-level DP, which isn't an instant impact type of DP. So now you're overpaying for what? For a guy you don't really know much about. And then if you want to go get a big player, you have to pay money. So that mid-range where most of the teams are operating in is really tricky to bring in a good DP. So just be patient.
And by the way, you could get a good player and a terrible locker room guy or someone who hurts your culture. And that happens over and over and over. And so to get that all right is very difficult.
Okay. This next one might just be a yes or no answer.
Okay.
This one's from Benjamin. Is Lucho Acosta the answer for Dallas to return to MLS Cup contention?
No.
No. Good question, though.
I mean, as a start, but no.
Yeah.
Chris wants to know there are only 3 original MLS teams that have never won the Cup. What can they do to get into the picture?
That's Red Bull, Dallas.
Yep.
And what was the third?
New England.
Chris's
New
actual,
England.
yeah, he mentioned
Chris.
in the question that he's
Wow,
in
you're a Revs
New England.
fan.
Yeah.
It's been tough.
How do I say this the right way? Now in MLS, the only way you do that is you have to spend. Back in the day, you could get away with sort of being New England in the past were like cheeky, didn't even spend up to the cap, what they could have. They spent less than that because they like to be the team that didn't have to spend to compete, but then they never got over the line.
Who's that?
New England.
Yeah.
I mean, so you just nowadays you have to look at Colorado last year, like great run. Salt Lake last year, great run in the playoffs. When you face the big boys with the big players, you're going to get run over in the playoffs.
That's a good point. What was the question? I know the original teams. What was the question? Oh, can one of them get over the hump?
Well, yeah. What's it going to take to get over the hump?
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to argue with Landon's point about like can you be a good team and have a good run and get into the playoffs and feel really good about yourselves? Yeah, and then you run into the buzzsaw of what is LA Galaxy, and then you're like, Jesus, but that was built in a very short period of time too, right? Like the most recent Galaxy success. So
Yeah, but they spent, Tim.
I
Like
know, I know, I
the
know.
example is Colorado last year. They were great.
Yeah,
They get into the playoff. Was it a 2-game? Well, was it 2 or 3-game series?
yeah, yeah,
They go to the Galaxy and bang,
yeah,
it's 5-0.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Tech
Jesus,
and
yeah, yeah,
Paintsel and
yeah,
Yovel,
yeah,
like
yeah,
they just can't compete
yeah.
with that.
Yeah, I
Can't.
mean, the one question I would have is, am I still a part of the Red Bull? Like, am I a part of this history? Because I was a Metro Star.
He's
I
trying to
I
get
don't know
out
if
of
that's gone away.
it.
What I would say though, the negative for those three teams, we said Dallas, New England, and Red Bull, is you've had more cracks at it than anybody else.
Yeah, that's right.
And
And you had
and
cracks when there were like 10 teams in the league.
10
Now
teams,
there are
and by the way,
30.
and you went through moments where you spent. Rebels
Right.
spent, by the way. Marquez, Henri, Cahill, like they spent and still not no success, like big success to speak of. So hopefully they get that right.
Mm.
Here's a question from Jake. What's one MLS matchup you'd like to see become a derby that currently isn't?
Mhm.
I got one. I got
Go
one.
ahead.
Let me ask you before I answer, because you're well more versed in this. LAFC, LA Galaxy is huge, yes?
Yeah, I mean, relatively, yeah.
Is San Jose, LA Galaxy big? I know
It
it
used
used
to
to be,
be.
right?
Used to be. Yeah.
So can we do a
I would love that. I would love that back because the North and I'm a Southern California guy.
Yeah.
So Northern California, Southern California, and everything. Dodgers, Giants, Warriors, Lakers, Kings, Lakers, like all
Right.
these were huge.
Let me
rivalries,
right,
yeah.
let me say this though, right? If you're clever, right, and you now have Bruce Arena up in the north, and you now have San Diego, allow LA to do the LA teams to do their thing,
Oh yeah, good
and
shout.
almost bypass it. Almost,
Yeah, I like that.
if you're San Jose and you're San Diego, be like, these teams in the middle are crap. They're not. But like create a marketing scheme that says we own California, and it could be clever, and do San Jose, LA, because obviously San Jose, San Diego, because I feel like San Jose, LA Galaxy, which used to be big, has kind of dissipated recently because of the LA El Trafico. I don't know, maybe
We need a name. It's the Sand Derby of some sort.
something. Yeah,
And you know what they do? The first game they play each other this year, they all take their cleats off and they fight. First 3 minutes.
Amazing
good.
scenes. Yeah.
All right. What else, Jordan?
I have a question here from someone named DaMarcus Beasley.
Get out of here, Bees.
But
Get
Marcus
outta here.
Deasley? What
Let's
is
go,
it, Bees?
Bees.
Come
No,
on, Bees.
it was actually DaMarcus, and
It
he
really
said,
is?
yeah,
Okay.
it was. He had a little blue check mark, and it looked like him. So I hope it
All
really
right.
is him.
There, Bees.
It says, after Kobe, who else in the MLS alumni deserves a statue outside of their MLS club?
Oh, what a question.
Great question.
Bees.
Is he lobbying for himself, by the way?
He might be. It might be a
That
Houston
might
angle.
be a
It might be a
bit-
Houston
yeah,
angle. I don't
angling
mind
a
that,
bit.
Bees.
All
I
right,
don't mind
Bees.
that. Bring that to
Tim,
the
make
board.
it happen. Come on.
That's a
Wow.
great question.
Good. First of all, thank you, Bees, for the love.
Thanks for following the show, Bees.
Dear friend of ours.
After all we've done for you, it's about time you reciprocated.
He's carried us on occasion.
Yes, he has.
Okay.
Let me
Great
give this a
question.
thought.
I know one that jumps off the page for me. The one that jumps off the page for me is Brian McBride in Columbus, because those two are synonymous. I don't know if that's the final answer.
There's one that comes to mind. He wasn't there his whole career, but most of his career, and that was Kyle Beckerman in Salt
Mm.
Lake. He kind of epitomized, maybe Ramondo too,
Yeah.
to be honest. He epitomized what Salt Lake were for a decade
Mhm.
plus.
Mhm.
Because it doesn't have to be like some attacking genius
No.
goal scorer.
No.
It just needs someone who means something real
Mm.
to their club. I
Do you-
like the McBride shout. That's a good one.
Naive. Do you have a statue outside?
Mate.
You do.
I mean, I could send you pictures if you want.
Oh, you do? I didn't know if it was Beckham or you.
Let's
you
let
guys,
the fans answer. Guys, do I
Yes.
have a statue outside the Galaxy?
I mean,
If you
Jesus.
have
You're on
if
Mount
you have
Rushmore.
pictures,
You've got a statue. The
Yeah,
MLS
yeah.
Cup MVP is named. What
I go
don't you-
skiing one week, golfing
you're
the
golfing.
next.
Jesus.
It's a good life.
All right, listen. DaMarcus
Bees, I'm going to
Beasley.
think about this. Can we come back to this next week?
Amazing.
Can we get
Producers,
Bees to
remember
come
this?
on the
I wanna think
podcast
about-
and answer the question himself?
Definitely get Bees to
Great.
come on.
Bees,
the
come on the
podcast.
call. You've been shouted out by Jordan. Trust me, if you say no, there will be wrath.
Oh, I got another one for you.
Go on.
LD. I'm thinking about how great DC United was in the early days. Is there like an Echeverry
good
shout? Is that
That's the
who
one.
would be the
Yeah,
one? Echeverry?
Could be Jaime Moreno.
That's what I mean. Like,
Yeah. I think Echeverry. That's a great shout.
okay,
That's a
interesting.
great shout. Good
Throwbacks from Tim Howard, by the way. Throwbacks. I
Love that.
got the Bumblebee uniform on McBride. I've got Echeverry with the breathe right strip on his nose. I got all sorts of things going
I
on.
love that.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
Good
Thanks,
question.
guys.
Yeah.
All
Thanks,
right,
Bees.
JR. Thank you.